Only 17 laps to go in the Lifeliock.com 400 here at Chicagoland Speedway. Motor Racing Network, glad you've stayed up late with us tonight. Follow all the action of the 19th race of the year alongside Dave Moody. I'm Joe Moore, Kyle Rickey, and Jeff Striegel out of the turns along pit road. Winston Kelly, Steve Post, and Brian Nelson. Here's the way they stack up coming off turn 4 for the restart. Jimmy Johnson and Brian Vickers on the front row. Mark Martin, who's led the most laps tonight, lines up third with Denny Hamlin and Casey Kane. That's the top 5 going back to green, Dave.
And once again, Jimmy Johnson, the leader's choice, will select the outside lane. He's going to get a shove from Denny Hamlin as they come down to the green flag, and that's going to push Jimmy Johnson for the moment by a fender to the lead.
Well, Brian Vickers got a shove as well. That came from Mark Martin. Johnson sideways, 3 wide. Denny Hamlin in the middle, going for the race lead.
And Brian Vickers all the way to the bottom. He'll take the top spot. Jimmy Johnson may fall outside of the top 5. Vickers, the new race leader. Denny Hamlin wants nose to nose in the top spot.
Now Denny Hamlin wants a piece of this. He pulls to the outside of Vickers off turn number 4, side by side at the start-finish line. First time we've seen Denny Hamlin run this well tonight. He is going for the lead in turn 1.
He's going to do it trying to rim ride around turn number 2. They make contact. Vickers is into Denny Hamlin. Here comes Mark Martin. Denny Hamlin tries to regroup, and Martin takes the top spot.
Now the season parted for Mark Martin. He'll take the top spot down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide behind him. Jimmy Johnson goes 3 wide with turn 1. Brian Vickers, who is safe in the 6th spot.
The grandstands have absolutely erupted at Chicagoland Speedway. Mark Martin back to the lead. Jeff Gordon 3 wide, down on the apron on the front straightaway, picks up 3 spots from 7th to 4th.
And now the battle's going to be for 5th, as all of a sudden we see smoke billowing out of the middle right side. Jimmy Johnson working to the inside of him. That's the battle for 5th as they bounce him off the outside wall.
That's Brad Keselowski, got the outside wall. Pretty good flip over in turn number 2. He is all but dropped anchor here in turn number 3 after having such a good run. He continues a lot of right side damage on Brad Keselowski's car.
Keselowski falling way off the pace, dropping back to the low side of the racetrack. He'll head to pit road. Was on his way to a top 10 finish. The leaders are back in turn 1.
And here comes Superman by the name of Jeff Gordon to the inside of Casey Kane. Jeff Gordon restarted 10th. He's going for 3rd.
And he'll take the spot halfway down the back straightaway, but not so fast. Here's Casey Kane rebounding up high. They are still locked side by side. Just 3 car lengths behind second place Denny Hamlin.
13 laps to go as they come to the line. It's going to be Mark Martin with the lead. Denny Hamlin in second. Then hot and heavy side by side for third. Jeff Gordon and Casey Kane.
Jeff Gordon's going to go right to the bottom of the racetrack. Casey Kane in the middle. That's the battle for third. They are wheel to wheel. The DuPont Chevrolet and the Budweiser Dodge.
For the second time by, they continue side by side down the back straightaway. Casey Kane up high. Here is Jeff Gordon to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll clear Casey Kane this time by. Move up to third and try to reel in Denny Hamlin.
Jimmy Johnson restarted up front. He's back in the 5th position, trying to make up some lost ground. Meanwhile, it is Mark Martin leading the way, and we continue to watch that battle for 3rd in turn 1.
Again, Jeff Gordon to the bottom, right to his outside. That's Casey Kane. This time again, it's Jeff Gordon. He may be able to seal the deal as they exit 2.
Casey Kane strong in that outside lane, but will have to fade to the 4th position. Jeff Gordon will make the pass. Has some ground to make up between himself and Denny Hamlin of some 5 car lengths to that 2nd spot.
So Mark Martin needs a little bit of help to get back to the point, but right now he is doing his best to take advantage of it. Crosses the line, foot flat, 2:56 on the board, nearly a full second the lead for Martin.
And he's slowly but surely pulling away from Denny Hamlin. Denny's got other problems though, and that's Jeff Gordon. He is closing down. That will be the battle for 2nd.
That is the race for the 2nd spot, and right now Jeff Gordon, seemingly the fastest car on the racetrack right now with those 4 fresh tires, has closed in on Denny Hamlin to within a car length. Looks to the outside in turn 4.
10 laps to go when they come back to the line. Mark Martin has checked out. We talked earlier tonight as this battle for 2nd flares up again. We talked about how good Mark Martin was. He should win this race. Looks like it's going to turn out that way. Let's pick up the 2nd place battle.
It's over. Jeff Gordon has got it. Hamlin back to 3rd, and now Jeff Gordon will set his sights on Mark Martin.
Is there enough time with less than 10 laps to go? The interval, some 15 car lengths between Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon in 2nd. Team cars at the front of the field. Gordon trying to close in.
Jeff Gordon has got to go. He has fought his way all the way back to the number 2 position. That's the good news for Gordon. The bad news is the margin is 1.4 seconds.
And shrinking, though. That's the good news for Jeff Gordon. He will pin it right on the bottom of the racetrack. When Mark Martin looks in his rearview mirror, he'll see DuPont. That's with front of Jeff Gordon's Chevrolet.
The interval continues.